Good afternoon. It's Amber here at the B channel, where my mission is to bless, edify, and encourage everybody to live their best lives. So, today I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know what's going on with me in this intermittent fasting journey that I've been on. Um, Back in November, I started the intermittent fasting and for 12 hours a day, and also I have been trying to watch what I eat. And I realized a couple of things about this intermittent fasting. Number one, you can be flexible with the timing. You don't have to do the timing that everybody else does in terms of like a 12 to 8 eating schedule. You can do what works for you. You can change it from day to day if it doesn't suit your schedule. I also learned that it's not necessarily about restricting the calories. Like, I can't just have like a 400 calorie snack and then just pile the calories at dinner. Like, I feel like when I first started, I was doing it wrong because I was doing breakfast and dinner and still having a snack. So what I needed to do was skip that meal, and not necessarily skip the calories of that meal, but you basically are condensing your calories into two meals. And like you're like, let's say one of your meals is more like a snack, okay, but just a hefty snack, like a 700 calorie snack in one meal, but you're still supposed to be eating a certain number of calories. You want, the key is you want a deficit to lose weight, but you don't want to restrict because you're also fasting. And I also learned that the best time the workout is while you're fasting, because you're working off of that the energy from the fat that is stored up in your body. Because once the glucose supply is depleted in your bloodstream, that it's going to, like, you're going to start using fat for energy. So it's like after a certain number of hours your glucose is depleted, and then I guess you go into, your body goes into ketosis. That's what everyone says anyway. I'm no expert on this. I'm just telling you what I've learned from researching and various Facebook groups and things of that nature. But the whole point is you want to use your fat for energy. And then I also learned that there's different types of fasting. There's dry fasting, where I would never do this because I feel like the hygiene factor, people are not, they don't take showers, they don't wash their hands or brush their teeth because of the water seeping into their body that way. So they just don't drink. They don't drink anything. They don't eat anything. And as far as anything concerning water, they're not doing it. Then there are people that just water fast, where they don't drink anything. I mean, they don't eat anything, but they do drink water, and that's all they do is drink water. And they do several days or several weeks or several months of fasting. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. I'm not ready for all of that, I don't think, because I'm just now getting to the point where I can handle 14 to like 17 hours, and I'm trying to work my way up to doing like 16, 17-hour fast, more so than like the lesser fast, because they say 16 hours is the fat burning, the point where you burn fat. You start to burn fat, like it's like that peak time. So it's not really, people say it's not as beneficial to fast for longer, less than 16. But I'm just trying to find balance, and I feel like some of the benefits of this lifestyle is you don't have to worry about eating breakfast in the morning. You have more time to do other things in the morning. You're not consumed by what you're going to have for breakfast and worrying about breakfast. And it's funny because my whole life I thought that you would mess up your metabolism if you didn't eat. And it's funny because, like, certain days I would find myself where in the past, where I didn't know that that's what it was called, but I wouldn't eat in the morning time because I got so busy doing other things. And that's another thing, you gotta keep yourself focused to do this now. You can't just sit there all day twiddling your thumbs and think you're not going to just mess up and eat. So like, I realized that was fasting this the entire time. Like, wow, like I would just not eat until the afternoon. Like, on a holiday, on a holiday or a day off, you might get busy and not eat till the afternoon. That's basically all it is. You just cutting it down. And I've realized that also, that your circadian rhythm, like when you sleep and when you get up, and it's also tied into your eating patterns. So your eating patterns and your sleeping patterns are very important in trying to lose weight as well. So I was like, wow, like there's so much to this. Like I didn't even realize. And I'm just happy that I was able to find out as much as I did about it. But so far I feel like it's going well, but it's going to take a few weeks for me to adjust and for my body to adjust and not try to hold on to the fat, because I feel like last week I went down from 180 to 177. Now I'm back at 178. So I'm like, okay, it's going to take a few weeks for my body to get used to this, and it's not going to be an overnight process. It's going to take time for my body to get used to it. So I'm just trying to work on balance in my life as a whole, practicing self-care, staying accountable, keep trying new things so I don't get tired of it, of the food, of the exercise, of whatever. Like this morning, I discovered this guy called Extreme Hip Hop with Phil. So I was like, I wanted to try him out. But it appears that you need a step for a lot of his videos. So I was like, I might have to invest in that. I think that might be a worthwhile investment into my self-care regimen. Getting a step, because you can do a lot of different routines, like with the step aerobics. Even though it's old school, there's nothing wrong with tried and true, So I figured maybe I might invest in a step stool. Well, not a step stool, but it's like a step. And you can do different routines, like different little choreography that you can do with the steps. So I was like, maybe. But lately I've been into dance because I think dance is very cathartic and it's very expressive. You can be very passionate and you burn calories. And you're not worried about repetitions. You're not worried about so much the form all the time, like with other things. You're worried about more about the form with other exercises. So I enjoy it because it's more free flowing. It's very expressive, and you just get into it. You lose yourself in it. So you need to find something with exercise that you lose yourself in, so it doesn't feel like exercise, doesn't feel like working out. Because I think that's what happens when you feel like you're working out. It just kind of like loses the novelty. You know what I mean? So you got to keep it fun and fresh and exciting with the food, with the exercise, and just your life in general. Have some spice. Enjoy your life in 2019, people. Don't just fall by the wayside and just lose your zest. It's easy to do, especially with all these life circumstances and things that we have to do, all the obstacles and all of the things that we're encountering in our lives these days, like taking care of aging parents and or ill parents, and just all of the things that we have to do that make life so cumbersome. So you got to find some time in your life for you to do things that make you happy, that bring you joy, that are good. It's like that's like yoga for your soul. You know what I mean? You need to stretch yourself. You need to grow and challenge yourself. So that's what I'm focusing on in 2019 is growth and consistency, which I really believe is true. Consistency breeds change, because you can't have change where you're not going to be consistent when doing something to affect that change. So that's what I'm working on, is being consistent this year and having the discipline, and also having objectivity to be able to stand back and look and say, okay, well, I'm doing too much for this, right? I need to cut that out, or I'm not doing enough of this, so I need to do more of that. Like just balance and self-awareness, and just being in tune with yourself, listening to your body, and just just being aware. It's very important to be aware of what's going on with your body, with your mind, with your spirit. Just check in with yourself. Just like you would check in with a spouse, you need to check in with yourself. Like, self, what's going on with me today? Like, how am I feeling? What's my energy like? Am I eating enough for this? Am I drinking enough water? Am I sleeping enough? Like, am I going out and doing something? Taking yourself out on a date. That's what I'm going to be more intentional about that this year. I really am. Like, you can't just work hard and don't play. You gotta work hard and play hard. So I feel like it's important that we have balance in our lives and learn to take care of ourselves holistically. That's one of my things I'm focusing on this year. So thank everybody so much for listening and for watching the video every time I post it. Thanks for the comments, the feedbacks. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking these videos. And just thank you for taking the time out your busy lives to even stop and listen to what I have to say. And Thank you for being there on this journey with me. And like I always, I've learned something that I really feel like stuck with me in the last couple of days is that people always take the before and the after picture, right? And people don't realize that it's a before and a during. I don't feel like it's just an after experience. Like, you can't have an after. The after will surely end if you're not focused on doing the work. So you need to be focused on the during, forget about the after. Focus on the during so that you won't go back to the before. You know, that's what I'm trying to work on. I don't want to go backwards. I want to move forwards. I want to progress, not regress. So, that's the thing. Like, you always want to be moving forward in life, going in the right direction. So, I'm working on it. It's a daily walk. It's no gimmicks to this, no shortcuts. It takes discipline. It takes patience. It takes support. It takes trial and error. It takes determination. So all of those things play a big role in whether you are successful or not. Do you want it enough? Do you place discipline higher than desire? So that's what really matters. So just thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to record again soon and keep you guys posted on what's going on with this journey. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a lot, and I feel like the fasting helps with your anxiety as well. That's another tidbit I can say, and helps you be more calm. So, and more mental clarity is another a bonus. It's a plus. But like I said, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, and you can always find me on B Channel 27 on Twitter, and B Channel on Pinterest, and B Channel on here. You can find me on my blog, bchannel28.blogspot.com. You can find me on B Channel on my podcast on Anchor as well. Thank you for tuning in. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.